Community Profiles with TV Rotorua and the Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust. Welcome to another in the exciting series of Community Profiles. I'm Wayne Douglas, and for our first interview and first community that we are profiling, in actual fact, it's probably a little bit of a background in terms of allergies. They can be caused by food, they can be caused by the tiniest little dust mite or animals or whatever, but they're not very pleasant to suffer from. And a man who's with me right now, Eugene Berryman-Camp, thank you for joining us. And I guess it's fair to say that in some ways you're an expert on allergies, because that's what you do. You're part of the Allergy New Zealand, I guess, overall, but localised to Rotorua. There's some good things happening here in the way of an allergy support group. So a bit of a background from you, Eugene, as to how things have all started here in Rotorua, and we're doing some good things, I gather.
Oh, yes, I think that we are. Yes, I'm the regional coordinator for the Rotorua support group for Allergy New Zealand. We set the support group up in 2010. And it's mostly for people who either suffer from or are the caregivers of people who suffer from allergies. As you said, food allergy, we have a number of people and a number of children who have life-threatening food allergies. And in particular, my experience with this, my oldest son, Rawiri, has life-threatening food allergies to egg, dairy, nut.
And that's life-threatening?
Shellfish. Oh, yes.
So you made a very important comment there, and I guess it's good for the viewer to know, is that it's not just the person who's suffering, everyone else is affected, aren't they? The whole household, or even friends or school kids, colleagues, etc. It's wider, isn't it? Oh,
yes, I think that it is. My wife takes probably a half hour longer to shop than most of our friends, because she has to read all of the food labels. Things like school camps, things like sporting activities, and certainly we don't have certain foods in the house because my son is allergic to them. But the support group is about helping people to deal with that sort of thing.
In terms of the types of things that you do as a support group, do you meet regularly, or you have occasion to pass out resources? Or
we try to meet regularly, roughly every 1 to 2 months. Normally in the evenings, and actually I must say we do pass out support groups. We have a set of resources that people can use, including books, cookbooks, background information. But I must say the biggest benefit of the group appears to be the chance for people who are affected by allergies to get together with like-minded people to share their experiences.
You can swap notes and share, as you say, share experiences. Having an allergy situation like yours, and I'm glad you used that as an example, it's not from a personal point of view, I would imagine for your wife as well, you've mentioned that. It can be quite a stressful thing, I would imagine.
Oh yes, it is. I mean, for instance, my son has to carry a adrenaline auto-injector with him at all times. You can be nervous enough when your kids go into town and stuff like that, but the simple fact is if he eats the wrong food, if he has the wrong drink, he can go into anaphylactic shock. So that sort of thing can be quite stressful. I must say personally, we haven't actually had an overseas holiday because we can't trust the food.
Can't, no.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that makes it quite stressful. But again, there's ways to work around it.
As a support group in that case, then we're here in Rotorua. Just finally, you're doing some good things, and there is always help there.
Oh, yes. Look, there is. I mean, I'm the regional coordinator, so I can be contacted. One of the great things we've got support from Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust. We're getting education kits into all of the primary schools. They should be in by the end of this year, 2012, so that when children go to school, and that can be quite a stressful time for the parents in particular, there's a full set of resources that the schools will have to help them transition through.
Well, we do appreciate what you're doing, another of the many community organisations that are really there, and there's always help when it's needed. So thank you indeed for your time. Appreciate you joining us here on Community Profiles, and thank you for having us at your place, and we'll see you next time. If either you or a family member or friend is suffering symptoms of what you think may be an allergic reaction, please contact your GP. If the physical reaction is severe, call an ambulance immediately. Community Profiles with TV Rotorua and the Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust.